Did no one even get a little bit teary-eyed when you see Sheba at the end of this chapter? She said, I don't care if you become God or anything, just stay with me. And Sheba, no matter what, just showed that she loved this man, and just overall, that this Albatorana arc, if this is reaching the end as we see, or ending this part of the arc, it's just crazy, and it's just been going absolutely just mad. So in the moment that they look at God, and this is one of the things that this chapter was so deep and meaningful, they find out that it's a true agenda, the true purpose is the flow of destiny. Now, people don't really think that. I'm going to explain this to you, and this is actually going to be something that I've been very interested in, and it's something that I always wondered about personally, in my own life as well, that pretty much the world has an absolute flow. Things happen by, like, mere chances, you know, laughing, crying, meeting someone, committing crimes, you know, but you think that you're doing everything by your free will. But as far as you're known, you are being controlled by destiny. For example, for example, I'm picking up my mobile phone right now. Is that because of my own free will, or is that because I've got something, there's a bigger entity right now controlling me, which is known as destiny? Like, that's one thing that's made. For example, I took my glasses off. Does that mean like I'm being controlled by destiny right now? It's like a very interesting factor to consider in at all. Like, or even in me as well. Is it destiny that I'm even bringing you this video now? Like, it's a very interesting thing, and I don't know, when I think about it, it's like, it shows like, is there something big thing over there controlling it? It's like, whether or not it's a god, or it's like whether it's your free will, if that just maybe that's just how nature works. Like, who knows? Because as we see, Ilya is just a ball of energy, and from what we see, it's like this put Ethan into a crate, because he's pretty much saying everything he's doing, his whole entire existence is just a prison. He can't escape from the prison known as destiny, and this is probably what causes him to go into Alpha and later into the future. Like destiny or something, he doesn't want to be affected by destiny, nor does anyone else, and it definitely see that we've got properly a confirmation now on who Gyokuet is, because Solomon decides to recreate the world by killing God and changing the flow of destiny. Like, no, every single intelligent life should be, know the knowing of God in the same loving fashion way, but he plans to share that with every single intelligent life form. And I was saying, like, you're just acting like David right now, saying you can't do this, like, because she's just been going crying. She's been like crying, showing, oh Father, like that, so our Savior, our Father, and saying, out of everything that she's gone through, that she's done through, this is the one thing that she can't accept right now. This is the one thing she can't accept. She will murder for Solomon, murder her own father, but like trying to attack and destroy this entity that's pretty much in control of your life. It pretty much just showed like what she was doing in we see with Manga stuff, because saw that she was crying when we saw like Ilila to coming down, Father coming down from the sky, and you see she was crying, saying, "Oh, our Father has returned," like that. She's going absolutely batshit, and it shows as well that got taken away from her. So it's pretty much heavily hinted at now that this is Gyokuen who we're dealing with right now. This is the person that has just caused so much pain, so much suffering, the Black Rook. And that was one thing about this chapter as well. I see Solomon said farewell to everyone. It's like I said, when you saw just Sheba just there, broken heart, it's like I thought I was tearing up then. That was just so emotional. And due to this, Solomon turns all the Black Rook into white. And not as that, we also got confirmation about what Aladdin must do once we return to the timeline. His whole goal is to turn from Black Rook back into White Rooks. With this, he'll be able to stop people from falling into the prison. Would he do the same thing that Solomon does? Will he change the flow of destiny itself? Technically, he has already changed the flow of destiny for like being able to show this to everyone back at the summit right now. But he's going to actually have to put his whole being into it. So that's probably something we're going to see. Like, maybe to actually unlock this, or even find out, like, maybe he needs to start to do this. I imagine, like, the next arc that we're going to have is actually going back to see where Ugo is, and seeing, you know, what his information, and see what he can do, and, like, maybe even find the staff again. Maybe get all the original staff so you can do this again. And maybe even training, like, Aladdin even to get up to that Solomon level, because definitely he is very powerful as a Magi. But compared to Solomon, Aladdin's nothing, even though he might be his reincarnation or something from this world. Seeing the end of this chapter, you see like Solomon's body turning into an old form. Like you see like his young body's like a rook. So what did maybe Ilya translate? It's very weird. I don't understand what happened at the end. At first, I thought David returned. I was like, and this is maybe saying maybe it's not David and all that because unless like fucking Ilya has just given him back fucking eyebrows of all things. So yeah, like you come reborn into the world again with eyebrows. It's a bit weird, but you know, fuck it. It's Magi at the end of the day. It makes me wonder because he looks a lot identical to his father right now, except you know the eyebrows. Like it makes me wonder if this is what triggers everyone saying like you look like David, you act like David, you did the same things what David would do, and this is what's probably going to cause Ethan to rebel. Gyokuen, like who else we got in it? Thailand, you know, Wahid. All these people right now are probably going to rebel because of this, and it's just like, and maybe as well because of the fact that Solomon's body is in the flow of the Rook itself and his actually, you know, altered destiny. Maybe this is where Solomon's wisdom was created due to the fact that his mind, like, or part of his mind is that his entity, his soul, is inside God that knows everything. So that is why that Solomon's wisdom that controls destiny can show you the past, the present, and the future. That just gets me wondering like that. That's probably where it came from. And who knows, when you're tapping into Solomon's wisdom, maybe that white light that you see is actually, you know, the Rook of Solomon just there appearing from there. I have no idea, but it's interesting me the fuck out seeing any more Magi. It's like overall a fantastic chapter. One that brought me to tears, one that was just emotional, and just one that was just holy shit. It got me to think, and this is why, as I always say, that Magi will still be one of my favorite mangas to review and probably one of my favorite mangas to read because it gets me to think and it got me to think about something that I've been thinking about for a while, and its explanation, Shinobu just did a fantastic job on it, and it was a full out 9 out of 10. Loved it. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think my theories, what I've been sprouting on to you for ages, is true? Let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. I was thanking you very much for watching as always. And remember, I'll see you guys next time. And remember, straight like a panda.